They have the biggest testicles relative to body size of any male on the planet.
Hey everyone, Slayer here to introduce Nasty and Friends from BDC Studios, a podcast where two friends who met in the Army Reserves get together and talk about shit. One's a firefighter and the other has a funny laugh. So sit back, get rid of your kids, and hold on to your because it's about to get nasty, friends.
Welcome to Nasty and Friends with Pag Nasty and Spicy Motherfucking Brown.
Welcome to Nasty and Friends podcast. I am your co-host Pag Nasty, and on the other end of this line is the always sultry Spicy Brown. This is Quarantine Calls 3, QC3. You guys know what it is, man. There's a pandemic going on out there because of COVID-19, a.k.a. the coronavirus, a.k.a. that bitch Rona, as I like to call her. And if you got people inside, there's a lot of stay-at-home places for everybody. You guys know how it is. So we just want to check in, get together, say some silly shit, absurd shit, and, you know, just enjoy life while we can. So, you know, let's get it going. How's it going, Spicy?
Oh, Pags, you know, I'm doing good, man. It's good to talk to you.
Dude, that's great. It's been, 2 weeks since we released QC2. So
Yes, sir.
Yep. And so today's date, at the time of recording this, is Sunday, April 12th. It happens to be Easter Sunday, so if you celebrate Easter, happy Easter. If you don't, happy Sunday, or whenever you listen to it. So I'm going to obviously try to get it cut up and put up late tonight. So
hell yeah.
Most people probably get it tomorrow, and if not, I'll get it up within the next couple of days. So that's where we're at. Since we last talked, a lot of shit has happened in my life, at least. So.
Oh shit, man.
Mhm. But we can get into that. Is there any housekeeping stuff that you want to get into, or anything that you want to say before we get going?
No, I'm good, dude. It's not much has changed here. I've been on vacation. I've worked a couple callback shifts. Cam is working full time. Our oldest is working part time, and our youngest.
How does that callback shift? Or so obviously you're on vacation, so you don't have to go. But if they're shorthanded, they give you a call, or.
Yeah, usually on my actual vacation days where I would be at work, I'm on the clock, and I'm on the very bottom of the list to get called back.
Okay.
Or else it'd be double time and a half or something crazy. But in between my set of days off, like where I'm at now, there's a list of people who want to work callback, and so I've been doing it. So twice a month, I've been taking it, and it's 24 hours callback, so it's time and a half. And you just go to wherever's needed. Sometimes you get a choice of where in the city you want to go, and then other times you don't. And then, you show up, and I'm like, hey, I'm Spicy, and I know a lot of the people in the city. I've been at the same job for over 12 years, so I've moved around. People move around, so there's 25 firehouses and 3 shifts. So really, it'd be 75 different firehouses if you look at it that way.
Okay.
But usually when I go to any firehouse, there's going to be some people I know. Sometimes I know everybody there. Sometimes I don't know a lot of people there.
Yeah, and I'm sure that makes it way easier too. So
yeah,
but it's also a good way to meet, because if you do that, often, and have
for sure.
Meet people they're on the job anyway. So that's great though.
Yeah, man, and it's good money, dude. I mean, time and a half for 24 hours.
Right.
That's extra, a 24-hour extra. So yeah, man, it's good. Actually worked
it before everything collapses.
Yeah, get that cheese. I worked it last night or yesterday. Got called for 24 hours. Worked, and it was a pretty decent day. And then last night we had a small bum fire.
Oh shit!
And then we had a working house fire at 1:00 in the morning. So.
Oh, damn! Was it how long were you on that call?
Oh, over 3 hours, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it was fully involved. We got it knocked down, and then the inspectors came, and then they called for the arson dog, and then by this time it's almost 3 a.m. So it takes a while for the arson dog to get there. They do their investigation, and then we finish overhauling, and then pick up all it. We were first in, and I was on the engine. We were first in, so we ended up dropping a few hundred feet of 5-inch supply hose, a couple hundred feet of 2.5-inch attack hose,
Shit, you're doing work.
And 2 beds of, I think, 150-footer and a 200-foot attack line. So all that shit, and then plus tools that we use to get dirty. You know, so we end up doing work, and yeah, it was a good 3.5 hours in, and then I got back to the firehouse. I took a shower around 4 in the morning, and then I went to sleep until about 6:15. So I didn't get a lot of sleep last night.
Goddamn, you know what? And now you're here podcasting with me, so I appreciate it, man.
No worries, dude. It was a great day. I slept. I got in bed. I slept till about 11:30. Got up, did a few things, started prepping for this meal. Our boy Danny Molina, shouts out, came by the crib for a few, and yeah, and then we cooked.
Just out and about during a pandemic. That's nice.
Yeah,
Typical Molina move.
Typical Molina. He didn't even know about the virus, dude. He had no idea.
yeah. I am not surprised at all.
Like, fuck, bro, what you talking about? I was like, the virus. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, he's like, I have no idea what you're talking. I have never heard of this. I told him. Did my part.
That's great. Well, fuck, man, I can't wait. I'm assuming you're going to tell me about this meal, right? Because, after all, this is a cooking show.
It's absolutely a cooking show. Yeah, I could tell you about it, man. I got this recipe. We got it at work for prime rib a few years ago, and it doesn't fail. If anybody wants it, hit me up. I will send it to you, but it's really simple. I altered it a little bit this time just because I've only done a prime rib at home a few times. People are, I think, intimidated by prime rib because if you fuck it up, and I've had fucked up prime rib, and it tastes like a real bad roast. You can't eat it.
Once it goes bad, it goes bad.
Yeah,
right?
You can't overcook it. As long as you have, I'll tell you this, as long as you have a reliable thermometer, you're good to go. You can't fuck it up. So what I did is I had about a 6-pound rib roast, and I brined it in just dry salt for 2 days in the fridge. 24 hours covered, and then the last 24 hours when I was at the firehouse, I told Shouty, just uncover it, put it back in the fridge. That's all you got to do. So Shouty did that, and then today I took it out right when I woke up, probably 11:30 in this morning. Let it kind of get the room temp until about 4. At 4, I put some indentions in around the meat, all around it, and I put cloves of garlic inside those holes. And then I smeared the whole rib roast with what's called better than bouillon. It's like what you use to make like gravy and shit like that. It's a real sticky, brown, salty, sexy paste. It's pretty much what it is.
So you got spicy brown using sticky brown.
Using sticky brown. And I put that around the roast. Then I threw a rub on there for salt. I put the thermometer dead center in the rib roast, and I put it in the oven at 475 for 30 minutes, which is a really high temp. But that's what you want. You want that crunchy, salty outside of that rib roast.
That
so it's like
delicious.
Black. It's got a bark when you pull it out. So after about 30 minutes, and that time is going to vary depending on the size of. At work, we're usually doing 14 or 15-pound rib roast. This is a little bit under 6 pounds. So after 30 minutes, the temp was at around, I don't even remember. It doesn't matter what the temp is, but I want to say maybe we're around 80-something degrees.
Okay.
So then I bumped the temperature in the oven down to 200, and I opened the oven, or else it would have maintained that heat for a long time, to try to get it down to 200. And then I cooked it until it got to I think we did about 118. At 118 degrees, pulled it, put aluminum foil like loosely around it, and then the temperature climbed to 127 about 30 minutes later, and then I carved it, and then we ate it with some mashed potatoes, Brussels sprouts with bacon, some French bread, au jus,
ate like
horseradish.
Kings and queens.
Yeah,
that
the horseradish.
Phenomenal.
It was so good, man. The horseradish, I usually do like a little bit of that ground horseradish.
Okay.
Mixed with creamy horseradish, mixed with a little cream cheese to cut it, so it's not so like hot or whatever the fuck flavor horseradish is.
Right. It's not so horseradishy.
So, but the boys love it now, and so they've been asking for a while. So I was like, boom, it was on sale.
Sounds wonderful. Absolutely delicious.
Yeah,
we had leftovers.
Oh, what was it though? Was it something good?
Yeah, which is what I had. We just made it last night. We made meatloaf, or we smoked meatloaf.
Oh,
so,
shit.
We hadn't put it on the smoker yet, and so we made that. But sorry to interrupt, but you were going to say something, and then I can get into the meatloaf.
No, I don't think I think I was just I got excited when I heard smoked meatloaf.
Yeah. So
please continue.
So yesterday, J-Pax and we made smoked meatloaf, and it was half beef, half deer. And I made her write down what all she had put in it because it was just so good. So she put it was onion, brown sugar, salt and pepper, Dorothy Lynch, eggs, Ritz crackers, milk, garlic powder, and ketchup. Mix that all up, and we cooked them in 2 tinfoil pans, and I think those were 3 by 8 and 3 inches thick or something like that. And so we made 2 of them. We made one with cheese and one without cheese, just because we wanted to see how well it would do with the cheese. Because last time we did it, we used string cheese and put in there, and I think we just put it in the oven. We hadn't smoked it yet, and the string cheese never really melted well, so it was just, I don't know, it was weird.
And you just put cheese in the center of a loaf.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Layer the bottom loaf and put the cheese in the middle, and then over the top. And then the ketchup on top of that. So we had 2 of them, and then the other one was just straight meat and ketchup. And so we set the smoker for 225 degrees.
Okay.
At first, let it get up there. Then I put them on, let it sit, and with meatloaf, we were going to go to an internal tip about 165.
Okay.
Is what we were going for. And so we let it smoke at 225 up until it got to 155, 160. And then I pulled them. And then when we first put them in there, we put tinfoil over the top and smoked them for an hour with the tinfoil, then took the tinfoil off.
Okay.
And then it smoked about another hour, another half hour, 45 minutes.
Okay.
And then we let them rest for 30 to 40 minutes.
Okay.
Tinfoil on top, and then right before we ate them, we J-Pax popped them in the broiler and broiled them for 5 or 6 minutes, and crisp up the ketchup and stuff that was on top, and we served it, and it was wonderful.
Oh man, that sounds great, dude.
It was absolutely delicious. So.
Yeah, that sounds so good, man. I love meatloaf in general as a meal where I could eat it once a week. And I would never complain about it. And I've only smoked the meatloaf one time, and I didn't like it, but I did it too. I did too much. I put too much smoke on it, and then I altered it for barbecue. So instead of using ketchup in the mixture for the loaf, I think I added barbecue sauce, and it was just too much. It was too much. I should have just prepared it like a normal meatloaf and then added a little smoke. But I think in my fam, I think they were like, "Oh yeah, no, this is good." Don't worry, it's I'll get mad sometimes. I got mad the other day for something. I act like such a baby, you know what I mean? But I'm like, this is fucking terrible. And Caleb would be like, it's fine. I can't remember what it was. He's like, it's fine. Nobody gives a shit. Don't worry about it,
Yeah, but fucking up food for somebody is one of the worst things. That's why
sure.
I hate to try to experiment with food, because if I mess up, I get so legit angry.
Yeah. You're like, this is what's the fucking point of everything now?
Right. Might as well never eat again.
Yeah. Fuck. I'll never financially recover from this. No, but I'll give it another shot, and if I do, I'll hit you guys up for some advice and a recipe. And yeah, dude, because like I told you, we got a new pellet smoker at Oklahoma Joe's, and I've been using that motherfucker, man, and it's real nice. So far, I like it. So I'm gonna try to do more stuff to use it like an oven. For instance, we've been putting bacon on it.
Oh hell yeah!
Which is nice. For the main reason is because anytime you cook bacon in a house, whether it's stovetop or oven, usually I go oven almost every time.
Oh really? I always go stovetop.
Okay. I don't have a good hood ventilation system, and it just smokes up your fucking whole house with bacon smell. Even in the oven, your house smells like bacon. Cooking it outside on the pellet, you're getting a little bit of apple smoke or whatever you're using on there to cook outside, and fuck, it cooks just as fast as in the oven. So I've been doing that. And then speaking of pork, I went to the homie Fox's house in South Dakota last week.
Oh yeah.
And just hung out for a couple of days. He doesn't have any kids or anything, so I wasn't worried about getting anybody sick. And we just, hung out, caught up, watched some YouTube.
That's fucking great, man. How's he doing?
He's doing good, man. He works on a pig farm.
Oh, hell
Simple life. He lives in a small town. He's got a nice house. And he's got a little shouty up there. But
that's great.
I think things are good. And anyway, he sold me and another guy a pig a couple weeks ago. We went half on it.
Oh, yeah. That's great when you can do that with somebody.
Oh, yeah. So they took it to the meat locker. I called them, told them what I wanted, and I just got that a few days ago. And then Camus got a bunch of beef from her family's ranch, so our whole deep freeze and another fridge is full of pork and beef and deer and elk and
dude, that's what you need, man. That's great when you have all that option. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. We just got JPAC's parents usually gets us part of beef from like their family every year.
Hell yeah.
And so we just stocked up, and I got that deer, last year, so we already had that deer in there, and I mean our little freezer that we have is completely full of meat too. So which is great as long as you don't lose power.
Right, that's the scary part, man.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, it's always a great feeling to have that.
Yeah, 100%. This pork, we made pork chops the other day, and we used some of that bacon from it today, and it's just tastes different than you get from the store. Just tastes good.
That's great. I wanted to bring something up when you said I'll never financially recover from that.
Yeah.
Like that reminds me of the Tiger King. Is that why you say that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So I'm glad. But
you're tracking.
I think it was today that they came out with another episode.
I heard that was going. I heard that was happening.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet. I just went and looked at it, but it's 40 minutes, and it's Joel McHale is like hosting. It's like an after show, and I think they just have some people. Yeah, from people.
I love that dude.
Yeah, me too. So, so I just wanted to let you know, like that was out if you didn't, because I hadn't heard, or I had heard that or read it on Facebook or something like that. So I saw that, and then since we're talking about Netflix, is there anything else about food before we jump into shows here?
No, let's jump into shows, because I feel like, you could talk about food for the whole episode.
Right.
I think we shift gears. We talk to food, because that's, really right now, that's all people have is, I think, food and entertainment, like Netflix, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like you could talk about family and shit like that, but nobody wants to talk about their family or hang out with their family.
Right. Yeah.
Want to hang out with Netflix. So
yeah. That's why I'm in here podcasting with you. I don't want to be
I don't give a fuck. Easter, what? I asked Camus right away. Like I woke up and I was like, I could have slept way longer. And she's like, oh, how you doing? Did you sleep good? And because she got up a few hours before me, because she doesn't sleep till 11:30 like a loser. So and first thing I asked her, or she said something about she watched part of Mass, online or something. I said, well, did he come back? And she's like, what? I was like, Jesus, is he walking on earth again? And she's like, no. I was like, well, what's the fucking point then?
Not yet?
What I mean?
All right.
Not yet. Okay. Yeah, maybe next year. I don't know. Maybe this is all bullshit. But,
I thought there was something that you were one other thing you want to talk about the pork was before. That's why I was asking.
Oh, for the pork?
Yeah.
No, I think we're good, dude. I think we're good on that. I could talk about food for long amounts of time. When I told you I feasted, and then these cuts of, and I sliced them, it was almost a little under 6 pounds, and some of that's fat, some of that tripped out, but the 4 steaks I cut out of that prime rib were fucking massive. They're each over a pound.
Yeah.
And then, mashed potatoes and Brussels sprouts and bread. And so, that was 45. That was probably an hour ago. So I'm like, I got a podcast. I poured it, and I was drinking beer, but while I was cooking. So I'm like, I can't even like move. I got to get ready for this podcast. Drink some vodka. That'll fucking help me. But no, dude, like Netflix and what else have you been watching? First, let's just. We talked about Tiger King. Let's talk about it because I finished it. What do you think? Final thoughts?
I mean, it's freaking insane. Of course, like all like the twists and stuff. As far as like entertainment, like I always enjoy a story, and it's a crazy story because I don't know anything about that world, so I enjoyed it as part of that. Set aside, yes, sucks for the Tigers, all of that set aside, but I did enjoy it, and these people are weird as shit. So, it's just a crazy ass life, and I thought it was a very well done documentary. The way he like stumbled into it, the way he had done it, the way everything played out, and just crazy shit. And the fact that it's so recent too is super weird. Yeah. So to see that, I haven't watched that for sure. I might get to it tonight or within the next couple days, at least just to see. Like I said, I love Joel McHale as well. So
yeah.
That's great. What about, because you did not like it, because you hadn't finished it, so now that you finished it, I'm sure you probably aren't in love with it right now.
No, and I left the room. So after QC2, I said, you know what, there's 2 episodes left. Who knows, after I finish it, maybe I'll label it a masterpiece. I'm not labeling it a masterpiece. And like you said, it's well done. Like it's well produced and edited, and I appreciate that. And the story is outrageous. The only thing I don't like about it is it's just so much hype around it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like there's so many better documentaries out there. For some reason, this one trended. It's like the biggest documentary in the last 10 years. Part of that is because we're in a quarantine.
Yep.
And then part of that is just because it is pretty crazy. And it's something that, like, some
and
people are in
it's an animal thing as well,
For sure.
People, that's an extra big hype for a lot of people.
I think so, too, because everybody likes fucking tigers, man. If you don't like tigers, what the fuck? Like, I don't think anybody's like that, but, like, people like their true crime or people like science fiction or their, like, criminal social injustice or whatever their documentary style is, sports. This is one that, everybody can get into, So, I kind of get it, but it definitely isn't the best documentary, but it was entertaining for sure. I give it that. So,
right. We had somebody that I was talking to that they said they watched like 2 or 3 episodes, and they're like, I just don't know. I don't think I'm going to finish it. And I'm like, how could you not finish it? Like, that's the most ridiculous thing. You have to see how it all fucking plays out.
I talked to some people about that too. That they said the same thing. Like, yeah, I don't know if but yeah, I don't know.
I don't like those types of people. You can't count on them for shit.
Quitters.
Like, make that decision. You know what I mean? Like, ugh.
Yeah, if I'm gonna quit, it's in the first episode. You're not gonna get halfway through three episodes and then quit. I know within the first 15 minutes if this is like, in my...
Yeah, I can respect that if you want to give it a little bit of a shot for people there. But yeah, like if you watch to me, even start, I don't know, I think even if you finish episode 1, you should still finish it out. But yeah, that's just how I operate.
Yeah, I hear you.
As far as like that. But, so yeah, I just found that like I said, I really enjoyed it. I'm going to try to keep up with everything, because I'm sure there's always going to be updates and follow-ups because this was like a worldwide phenomenon, it seems.
For sure. And the cool thing about it is everybody's watched it. Most people watch it. So, whether like, every firehouse I go to or whatever, like we're called back, like they've all watched it. And it's funny how similar everybody thinks about it. Like, and I've even seen like rating charts on Twitter on how people liked and disliked the people on the show.
Yeah.
And most people are like, Joe Exotic, he's pretty fucked up, but he's not that unlikable. He's got, I don't know what it is, but there's something likable about him. Either that or the other people on the show are so much more unlikable that it makes him seem more likable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think Carol Baskin
she's getting the worst of it.
Yeah, she's getting hate, And
I remember watching it in like the first episode when it like switched to her, and like the first 3 minutes, like I was just like, I don't like her. Like there was something about like like, I don't know. There was just something that struck me before, like, you really get into her story. But yeah, she's crazy as shit. Off the top of your head, can you think of your favorite meme that you've seen about Tiger King?
Oh shit, man, that's off the.
Okay, so I have one.
Throw it out there.
So it's one where it was the, like the very liberal lady. She has the glasses, and she's like, like anytime they use it, anytime somebody pronounces like it's not a he, it's them, like that.
I think so.
Okay,
Yeah.
And so it's where she's like screaming, and it's just like, what's it say? Something about like, gay is not a choice, and then right underneath it was the picture of Joe Exotic, and it just says "Hold my mess." I saw it like a few days ago, and I thought about it at least once a day since. Man,
that's tremendous.
Yeah,
and it's tough for me to think of one just because it's. Just like my Twitter, everybody's Twitter is flooded with, and your IG is flooded with memes about Tiger King. And
yeah,
there's a lot of fucking good ones, man. A lot of good ones. So yeah, I can't think of any off the top of my head, but yeah, man. But anything else you watching on Netflix right now?
Yeah, so I just finished Ozark last night. So finished season 3. And, oh, man, I want to definitely talk about it, but obviously we can't because it's still so new and I don't want to spoil anything.
No, we have to talk about it, but we don't have to give up any spoilers. You know
No, I definitely want to talk about it, yeah. But what I have to say is I think it's probably my favorite season
Me too.
of the whole series. And, man, the one that really cemented it for me, and I had even tweeted about it, but it was episode 6, the opening scene. Just the acting in it was just some of the best acting that I had seen, I feel, in a long time.
And I saw that tweet, and it was after I had finished. And my guess was, because me and Camus were talking about it, my guess was at the opening scene is that when they're talking to the counselor.
Yeah, the therapist that had to fight
Jason
Bateman, and then
that's crazy because while we were watching it, I was telling Camus like they're both so good.
Yeah, Laura Linney, that's her name.
Laura Linney, I think, is a Academy Award winner. I think, and if not, she's nominated for a bunch of shit. She's a fantastic actress.
She crushed this season. Her acting was she deserves awards for that season alone. She was absolutely just fantastic.
Yeah, and Jason Bateman for sure. And Jason Bateman, to me, I can't think of anything I've seen him in, and his performance was bad. He's solid in everything.
Everything, comedy, drama,
Yeah, whether he's a weirdo or somebody funny or somebody, just like a straight normal guy. I mean, he's for him, and watching that, I remember watching that episode specifically and seeing them going back and forth, and I'm like, he's such a good fucking actor to be able to keep up with Laura Linney like that, and they were fantastic.
Yeah, because when I started, I was sitting, because I have like a bigger like chair that I sit in, and
like a throne.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
It's made out of spaghetti.
Made of pop.
Spaghetti noodles.
Yeah.
It's like a wicker chair made out of.
I was like watching it, and it like drew me in, where like I was on like literally like the edge, just like because I get into shows. That's why I love TV shows so much. Like I get excited, even if they're like silly like CW shows, like The Flash or any of that. Like I get excited to watch any type of shows, and especially like when it's great acting. And Jason Bateman and Laura Linney, just everybody in that show is great. And it's like, I think it's one of the best shows that's came out in the last decade. Like as far as just the series, man, it is just so good. And I can't wait to rewatch it.
Who's your favorite character?
It's so hard because I always love characters and shows that make me laugh, because I just love laughing, as you know. Like, that's my thing. So like I really do that, but the way I've been watching shows over the last few years have changed. Like I really appreciate like good acting. So like I think obviously out of the whole series, Laura Linney's probably my favorite like actor in there, but what's her face, the blonde, Ruth. She's probably my favorite because it's just like when she, says fuck in every sentence, it just cracks me up. So I think if I had to pick a favorite character, it'd be her. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's me. That's my answer too. I mean, Ruth, she's a great actress for a young lady, you know what I mean? And she's so serious. And she plays that role so fucking good. I looked it up, man. She's not even from like the South or anything like that. I think she's from like New York City or I guess, or LA or some shit. But she plays that role so fucking good, man.
Yeah.
She's so sharp and I'm like, it shit can happen to fucking anybody, but I'm always hoping Ruth is gonna be okay,
Right.
But
yeah,
I'm with you. Like, so season 1, I watched it, but I don't remember like loving it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I thought it was good, but I'm like, it's okay.
It was good enough for you to stick with it.
It was absolutely good enough for that. I mean, it didn't even have to be that good. I still would have finished, but just because the characters, the storyline. And then season 2, I remember I thought there was a lot going on, and I remember thinking it's too much going on, and I was kind of watching it just because it was there, and we're gonna watch it. You know what I mean? We're not gonna abandon the show, but I didn't really like season 2 that well. Also, season 3 came out. We're living the quarantine life, and I wasn't expecting a fuck ton because I couldn't even remember what happened in season 2.
Mm-hmm.
It seems they wait like a year and a half between seasons. I was like, yeah, it's something to watch. And then from start to finish, I thought that was by far the best season so far.
Yeah, and they definitely, and I don't think spoiler, but they definitely slowed it down, it seemed, as well. I agree with you because I would say that if which I loved every season, but yeah, I mean, the fact that they're just getting better and better is just great.
Yeah. This is my hope is this is kind of a spoiler, but my hope is that there's going to be a season 4 from watching the end of season 3.
Right, yeah, that ending was the best. So
it's so good.
I can't obviously get into it, but
no, talk about being on edge.
I would assume that there probably is, but I think it's because it's one of the best, like just based off its one of the series on Netflix.
For sure.
So I don't see why, unless the actors or something didn't want to do it. But
right. My hope is they do a season 4 and they make it is just as good as it doesn't even have to be better than season 3. Just this same level of acting, of story, and everything about it. Mm-hmm. And they wrap it up and they fucking finish it. I don't have any like if I was talking to the producer, I wouldn't be like, you should do this. I don't give a shit what they do. Just wrap it up and then put a good ending on it, and then it would be phenomenal.
Okay, so for you don't mind if a show wraps up in 4 seasons, like
I prefer it. Yeah, I prefer it.
Oh, okay, you prefer it. Okay. Mm-hmm. So what is that like your max? But what about something like It's Always Sunny, where that they're in the 14th, 15th season? Is that different because it's comedy?
Yeah, I think that's different. Like I think with The Office or Always Sunny or shows like that, like every episode, like you don't have to watch them in order. I mean, every episode has Seinfeld. They have their own storyline and whatever. And it's the same people. Like in The Office, they keep introducing, new people, but they're all solid people. And then they stay around for a while versus like, I don't know, like some of these shows, man, like for instance, the fucking motorcycle one, Sons of Anarchy.
Okay. Yeah.
I remember everybody was watching that at just about every firehouse we were at. Oh, did you ever watch that?
Yeah.
Okay. And I just remember being like, just wrap it up. And then they kept putting new storylines in, introducing new characters, and just stretch like It's like they're like, this is making money. What can we do to keep this going? I don't know. Let's do this crazy shit. And it just like, fuck it, this is dumb. And then the last season, every episode's like 2 hours long. I didn't even like it. I was just watching it. But where on the other side of that was Breaking Bad, where they could have kept that show going for 10 seasons. It was phenomenal.
It just seems like how you personally feel about the show. Each show's different. Yeah. I get that. 'Cause, like, to me, like, it doesn't make a difference. Like, if they want to go long, if they want to go short. Usually, like, I would say most of the time, the longer they go, they get worse and worse. For sure. I mean, I think the odds are just in that favor. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, so, like, knowing, like, being left wanting more Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just like a weird, because it always makes you like, that's always one of my all-time favorite series. Like, I wanted more out of it. I wanted more. That's why I love it so much.
Yeah.
You know, so like that's always is something if they ended early. So yeah, you know, if they ended Ozark after, you know, the 4th season, I'd be okay with it, because they just, you know, especially after this season where it just absolutely crushed it and stuff. So
Yeah.
absolutely.
I like the idea of a you know, good story, just solid, and then wrap it up. Like, you don't, and like, these people are in it, the object is to make money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, the people who are investing in it don't give a shit or not if it's the best show ever, or they want to make as much money from it as possible. So, and the way you do that is you stretch it out, you keep it going. Let's get season 7, let's get season 8. We you know, versus like somebody who's like a fan, like from Breaking Bad, they, like I said, they could have stretched it out 10 seasons. Now I would have watched it all, but it would have got real sloppy, get messy and dumb, but it was a complete story from beginning to end. And they wrapped it up and it was done. There was no bullshit seasons, and I thought it was just I'd call that a masterpiece. You know what I mean? But they didn't have to do that. They could have made a lot more money, and they could have been in season 8 or 9 and adding just dumb storylines, and I don't know. That's what I prefer. If Ozarks keeps it going for 10 seasons, and by season 10 they're working for the fucking Canadian cartel or whatever, I don't give a shit. I'll watch it. Like, who am I to judge? I'm not investing any money.
Yeah, I get the feel that maybe they'll do 1 to 3 more seasons. I think so. You know, like a total of 6 maybe. Like I don't see them go on before that, or you know, even stopping at 5. Yeah. Who knows? But that's just the feel. I don't like to see it going super long. But what are you on to next? Do you know like what you're going to jump into next?
Negative. So when working my callback yesterday, they were finishing up a series, and it was a documentary series, and it was on Netflix called, I think it was like How to Fix a Drug Scandal. Does that sound familiar?
Not to me, though.
Okay. I remembered seeing it on my, you know, like scrolling, but I never thought to watch it. They were watching episode 3 and 4. I had missed, obviously, they watched it the day before. Obviously, I wasn't there, so I missed episode 1 and 2 and finished the season, and it was phenomenal, man. It was a really good documentary, yeah. So we watched that, and I might go back and watch the first 2. Maybe I'll do that at my firehouse starting tomorrow if the guys haven't watched it there yet. Mm-hmm. But no, that's really good. I'd recommend that. Today we watched on YouTube a bunch of the SNL skits from last night. Yeah. And I thought it was pretty good, man.
Anyone that stands out in particular to you?
I love the Weekend updates. Colin Jost and Michael Che are just great together.
Oh yeah,
and
they're great.
They're phenomenal. Tom Hanks. Well, it was weird. This is the only time they've ever done this, but it was a Saturday Night Live from home because they're in the quarantine. So all the cast members released videos from home, and some of them were together, you know, via phone or whatever. But so it was different. It was interesting, and I thought it was good, man.
Oh, that's great. That's good that they can pull it off.
Yeah, like the McKinnon. She did the Ruth Bader Ginsburg like workout, and she's fucking funny no matter what she does. So that was good. And I'm trying to think. There was one where I was laughing my ass off. I can't remember. But I don't know. What are you watching right now?
So I just finished up that, and I've been watching. Do you know who Phil DeFranco is? Philly D?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. So I've been watching him for like a decade, and he has for the last, I think since around 2016, so the last 4 years, he has been just raving about a movie called Train to Busan. He like just pushes it like every once in a while, and I just
Busan.
Okay, however it's pronounced.
Yeah, let's not get super racist right now.
My bad. And so, like, he'd always just say, watch it, trust me. And I don't think he ever really said, like, what it was about. And I never looked into it. But I always knew of it because he would mention it. Well, the other day I heard news that there's a second one coming out. And so he pushed it again because he's like, it's finally getting a sequel. But then he had just mentioned that it was like a zombie movie. And I was like, oh, shit, really? It's a zombie movie? And it's on Netflix. So I read the description. I was like, all right, I'll finally give it a shot. And JPEG and I sat down and watched it, last night. I think it was, or Friday night. And I watched it, and it was, so I had you had saw that tweet, you texted me and said that you had watched it like a couple days ago as well, right?
Yes, sir.
How did you come across the movie?
Okay, so I love that you tweeted that, because it's weird. It's a movie that's been out for a few years, and we both, without talking about it, watched it in the same week.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, hell yeah. And to make it better.
It's an obscure movie because I've never heard anybody else talk about it but Phil.
Oh man, to make it better, we watched different versions of it. So I want to get into that.
Yeah, which I didn't even know was a thing.
Yeah. Okay. So I heard about, like, I'm a big time horror movie guy. You know this, and so I'm always researching new movies. And not a big zombie guy per se, but Train to Busan ranks in like the 90s percentage for critics and audience on Rotten Tomatoes. And I don't give a shit about the critics. I usually go off the audience score. Anything over 90%. So horror movies are so hard to make. And to make good horror movies, there's only a few of them that come out every year. And most of the best ones are foreign movies. And I'm like, well, I don't fucking want to fuck with subtitles. A lot of times when I'm watching movies, I'm doing other stuff, and I don't want to have to read subtitles. That's why I still haven't watched Parasite yet. Which is not a way
to watch a movie, but okay.
I know, but so that's why I haven't watched Parasite yet, because I don't want to do the subtitles. I actually started watching it a few years ago on Netflix. I think before I knew it was in Korean. And plus, I lived in Korea for 14 months. Right. I know where Busan is. I've never been on the train to Busan, but I know what it would probably be like without the zombies. So anyway, spoiler alert. So I use the Amazon Fire Stick for a lot of the stuff I watch. So I have different apps on there: HBO, Netflix, Hulu. There's an app called what the fuck is it? Is it Tubi? It might be the Tubi app, and it's a free movie app. And every now and then I'll run across some good shit on there. And I saw they had Train to Busan, the dubbed version on there, and I said, that's fucking perfect.
Like, yeah, you don't have to worry about reading it.
Then I'll have to read shit. So here's the problem. I don't know who the fuck dubbed it. I don't know how accurate it is. I just know it's really low budget. Like, it might be like a college, like a Korean Hangul language class. And it didn't sync up, you know. It wasn't as bad as like the old Kung Fu movies. But what made it worse is the voices they were used. Like it was almost
didn't match the face even close.
Not at all. They all sounded like real white people. Like from like the valley, kind of like that, like all of them. Like the fucking shitty man that everybody wants to die. You know, that guy. Like, he's just like a real white guy. Just didn't match at all. It made it comical. Okay.
Yeah.
So I watched it with way different version than you watched.
I got to see this version of it.
You have to look up search Train to Busan dubbed, and I'm sure that's the only version that came out. Like I said, this isn't like a Hollywood produced.
No, not
at
all.
I think just some film class or language class probably did it, and they did their best. They weren't trying to be funny, but it's it's almost like the lip dub NFL people that did it. You know what I mean? Like, their voices, like, they don't match. They don't have a Korean accent. They just sound real white. So I did enjoy the movie.
Hilarious.
I almost wish I would have watched. I might go back and watch the original version.
Yeah, it's
just because I know. Just because I know it's going to be a lot better than the version.
Right.
It did not pay off.
Yeah, the subtitle version, and I enjoyed it. You know, like it was exactly what I thought it was going to be, though. So, like, you know, not knowing, like, I knew it was, you know, from South Korea or set place there, and it just was exactly what I thought it was. So I did enjoy it. Whenever the second one comes out, I'll definitely watch it. But yeah, man,
for sure.
And I asked JPEG because it was late at night when we watched it. I said, "Are you gonna be able to watch it?" She goes, "Yeah, it'll keep my attention. If not, I'll just fall asleep." And she watched the whole thing. So
oh shit, that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it, you know, drew me in. Had some different emotions with it. So yeah, I really liked it. So that's like the most recent. Watched that on Friday night and then finished up Ozark. on Saturday. And so I don't have anything to jump into, but I have it narrowed down between two things, I think, so far. And I wanted to get your opinion to see which way you would go. And I don't know if you've heard of either of them. Both of them are on Netflix, but one of them is Money Heist.
Okay.
And it's about like a bank robbery. I believe that takes place in Spain or something like that. And they just released the 4th season, and I think just like a couple of weeks ago. And so I've just happened to come across it when I was scrolling through Netflix, and I added it to my list. And so it's been on my list for like a year or so. And because I like those kind of shows. You see how well it's done. But they just put Community on Netflix. And like I said earlier, I love Joel McHale, and I've heard nothing but great things. There's 6 seasons, but each episode's only like 20-something minutes. So I could easily like watch 1 or 2 a night. I could probably get through it pretty quick. And I listened to Joel McHale on a podcast the other day, and he kind of mentioned, because since Community was coming to Netflix, that hopefully if they could get like another season or something. So I'm sure that people are always probably trying to make more money off of it, which is great, especially if they can get everybody, because Donald Glover's in it, and I love him. He's great. Dr. Ken Jeong is in it, and there's just a bunch of people. I've always wanted to watch it, so I don't know which way to lean it. I just want to know, like, what way would you go if you had to pick between those two?
That's tough, and I almost think you could cheat a little bit, and you could do both. You could do both of them.
Oh, really?
You know what I mean? Yeah, I think so, because I think the Money Heist. I love heist movies. I love all that stuff, and I often allegedly think about doing heists. And we've done that for a long time.
It's not illegal to think yet.
It's not illegal to think about it, to plot on it, and then to think about, what for certain targets, what assets do you need, and then who would fit a role for that asset, like for a driver or say a medic or say a shooter or multiple shooters, who would be those, or navigation or rigging or explosives, like who would fit in that role, and how you would take this target down. And I always think about stuff like that, and it probably sounds fucked up, but
I think everybody does.
I think a lot of people do, man, and some of that is just military training and staying sharp. And I love movies like that. Plus, in Spain, the bitches are going to be bad. That's just the way it's going to go. With
I
Community,
believe that's where it's at.
Okay. With Community, I've never heard anybody say a bad thing about that show. I've seen like a clips of it, I think, years ago. Never got into it. That was always the show I thought about watching back from the beginning. Now that it's coming in, because I also heard it was coming to Netflix, I might watch that too. But like I feel like that one's going to be kind of like The Office, where it doesn't have like a direct storyline. Like you could watch episode 5 and then watch episode 2, and I don't think you're going to get too lost. So I think you could probably get away with watching both if you have time. You could bang out 2 episodes of Money Heist, and then if you're like the next day, if you only have 30 minutes, bang out an episode of Community, and I think you'd be fine doing that.
Yeah, I definitely could do that. I don't know if my brain will let me do that.
I hear you.
Usually, because I just like to, and I watch obviously shows throughout the week, that are on, and I get the rotation, but like just on my free time, like quote unquote free time, it's usually like late. I haven't decided, but there is one other thing I forgot about that I got to finish watching before I jump to either of those, and it's I thought I had told you about it, but it's called Nighttime on Earth or something like that, or Night on Earth.
Yeah, and you did tell me about that.
Yeah, and so I have like just 3 episodes of that left, so I'll finish wrapping that up here, and it's just cool seeing different parts of the world and all their animals and shit like that. So
yeah, man, I love those shows, dude. I don't get that high that much, but that sounds like I like that regardless. Either way, no matter what you start watching, keep me posted, because I like to have a show that me and Camus are watching, and then like if it's just me, I'd like to have a show that I could watch at my own pace.
Right now, that's what JPEGs and I do as well. So because we're finished, like. Because we obviously have our shows we watch during the week, but on our off, or when we're not watching those, the one that we watch together is The Office because she's never seen it all the way through.
Oh, yeah.
And I know it's coming off Netflix, I think, by the end of the year. Or
Jesus Christ. How much worse could fucking 2020 get?
Right. Yeah. And I think we're in the first part of season 6. But I think they're like long seasons. Long seasons. I think season 6 has like 28 episodes.
What's going on in season 6? Is that when Holly gets into the picture?
So where we're at now, Michael and Holly broke up. The episode we just finished watching was the one where Michael Scott broke up with Pam's mom. Where she like slapped him in the park
at her birthday or some shit.
Yeah, at her birthday.
Yeah.
The next episode is when Pam just slaps him.
My God!
I busted up laughing. So that's what's going on right now, and so Pam's pregnant and all that, and it's great, man. Everybody knows how much or how great The Office is. So
I know, I love that show. So we were actually watching it. Me and Camus were just watching it. We watched old episodes, and the boys will just watch. They probably watched The Office eight times.
Yeah.
So right when this pandemic was hitting, they had an Office trivia just a couple miles away from here. And then we were going to do it. And then it didn't get shut down from the pandemic. It was actually the night we were meeting for something for the house that we just moved into and bought. So it was something for that. So I think we're going to get the keys.
Go ahead.
But we did the Always Sunny. I don't know if I told you this, but we did Always Sunny trivia at the same bar like 6 months ago.
Okay.
And felt confident going in. You know what I mean? Felt confident.
Right.
We didn't crush it. They had these tables with like 12 guys at it, and it was just the
Dude,
four of
when
us.
you always get those themed ones, man, you get people who show up like crazy. Like I have somebody that we could get on the podcast with, somebody JPEGs works with, and I fucking love her to death. But she's like one of those people, and I've done it before, where I'll get on, just jump on Netflix, go to The Office, and pick any episode from any season. She will watch like less than 10 seconds of that clip and tell you what episode it was, like the name, like season, episode, and then the name of the episode.
Oh,
like,
damn, yeah.
Like she's finished first at like Office trivia.
Holy
shit.
Like,
she absolutely loves it. She can tell you everything about it. It's insane.
That is insane, man.
Yeah.
And I feel like we would have did better at Office trivia, but maybe not, because so many more people watch The Office. But when this shit goes away, I am gonna want to go to one, and I'll try to get some more people on the team. The Always Sunny one was great because it's a smaller community for sure that watches Always Sunny. Mm-hmm. They had Always Sunny themed food, and they had Riot Punch, and they had shit like that, and everybody was rocking their. I think I had my
even
rum
if you
ham
don't do
sugar.
well, it's still like fun.
It's still fun, yeah, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I would love to go to one for sure.
Yeah, and
I'm not great at stuff because I like rarely ever rewatch anything unless it's with somebody. So like I'll watch it,
gotcha.
And then I'll put like, if it's a show like It's Always Sunny, like if I see it on TV, I'll throw it on. But I don't know, like, like the obscure questions that people have. Like I don't like what apartment number was this, and when Charlie did this, like that.
Yeah, no way. I drew blanks on like some of the basic stuff, like what was their dog, the one that never dies and comes back, and it's Poppins, but in the heat of the moment.
Yeah, you
I couldn't think of it. And then like the McPoyles, they ask questions about like name all 8 McPoyles, and I'm like, fuck, nope. Yeah.
I would be horrible at stuff like that.
Yeah. The Office, I would, depending on it would still be fun to do that. Just to be in a community where everybody is down for the same thing, and it's fun, So yeah, that's cool. And then real quick, there's a documentary. I don't think I talked about it on this podcast before, but it's on Netflix. It's been out for a few years, but it's called Long Shot. Have you seen that one?
No.
Check it out. It's a short one. It's about 40 minutes. It's about a murder. It's about a murder investigation that takes place.
It's not a series. It's just a one.
No. It's just a one-time documentary movie about a man accused of murder. His alibi has to do with being at a baseball game, and it happens to coincide with Larry David. I don't want to give too much away.
Oh,
but
okay. I know of it. So
Okay.
I'll definitely have to. It's called Long Shot.
I believe it's called Long Shot. I've watched it twice. It's
Definitely
dope,
text it to me, and I'll look it up, and I'll get to it. I'll watch it in between before I jump into one of these series. So.
Okay.
But,
Other than that, I'm still on Hot Ones big time. I thought this season was dope.
Yeah.
Sean Evans is killing it. JT to finish, and just a solid list.
Oh, yeah, it was fucking great way to end the season. I know I heard Bert Kreischer on his podcast said that he had recorded like a virtual Hot Ones with Sean. And so I don't know when that's coming out. So they'll be, even during like this quarantine, they'll be putting stuff up like that. So,
hell yeah.
So that'll be awesome just to see how they handle that. But yeah, man, it was great. You know, JT's my man. I love that guy. So
yeah. And I thought the dude before him, what's his name? Motherfucker.
I don't remember who it was.
God damn it. He was in like Neighbors. Zac Efron.
Oh, okay.
He was on the week before. I thought he crushed it.
He did great as well. Yeah. His Jim Carrey story was fucking
yeah. Hell yeah, man. Other than that, dude, Hot Ones is done for the season. Like you said, the virtual stuff, I'd love to.
Did you ever check out their game show?
I did. I did.
I never did just because I was like, like I heard it. Spencer watches it, and so he enjoys it. He's like, dude, you and I could win easily. He's like, I feel like the way that like you eat hot food. I go, but I'm not smart. Like,
you tell that sick fuck, I'll go on there with him. For sure.
You guys, you're way better under pressure.
I feel like me and him could take down fucking anybody. You know what I mean?
It's a deal. So, we should do it, then we can podcast about it.
For sure. And then other than that, dude, I've been watching Dave. Like you put me on. Well, like I just found out about it, and I found out you were 5. So I'm all caught up right now and in love with the show. Yeah,
what'd you think of last episode?
The last one was with Taco. That's not his name on the show. It's Taco in real life. He's from Loiter Squad / Future Wolfgang Kill Them All. They're their music guy. It's kind of the love story with that Asian
broad. What'd you think of that episode? Yeah.
I thought it was good. It switched gears.
Dude, it did, which is why I loved it. I thought it was great because I love they're giving them like some character development. Like,
nobody else was hardly even in the episode. So
I thought it was great, man.
So far, I think this is one of the best shows that's came out in a long time.
Yeah,
for sure. And I know what you mean. I know what you mean now when you're talking about the episode when they get real serious about mental health and shit like that.
I'm glad you're loving it, man, dude. I love that you're loving it. That's great because I think the only other person I know watched it is Spencer, and I think it's the best show that's on TV right now.
Oh, I think so too.
So it is.
That's for sure from what I've watched, but I don't watch a lot of TV, so that might not be fair. But I 100%. I think it's one of the best shows I've watched in a long time.
I hope it's getting the hype that it does to do more.
Hopefully. And there's a dude from my old Army unit that's a huge Lil Dicky fan. So I hit him up, and he's like, no, I heard about it. I haven't watched it yet. I told him, if you like Lil Dicky, watch it. The show's tremendous. He hasn't gotten back to me yet, but I think he's actually activated for this, for the coronavirus shit. So maybe he can't watch it right now. So they got two teams. They got 2 teams they activated within the last week. And I don't want to give too much away because of OPSEC. One went to a location in the first day they were testing, the medics were testing staff at a prison, and then the next day they tested the people at the prison, and then the other teams are just deconning and doing shit like that. And then another team is at a different location doing the same thing, and I'm not sure where they're testing. And then after they were doing this prison, they were going to do the first responders in this smaller city. And I was like, well, when the fuck are you guys coming to my city? That's cool. You guys are doing this, but it's just ridiculous to me that we're out there treating sick people. Like, as a firefighter, 80% of our job is medical calls. Somebody calls, they have difficulty breathing, they have diabetes, they're old as fuck, they got stabbed, whatever it is, they heart attacks. That's our job. We roll up in a fire truck, we roll up in an ambulance, we treat them, We push meds, whatever, put them on oxygen, CPR, whatever. We get them to the hospital. We're constantly around people who are sick. And we don't know if we've been exposed. We don't know if we have it. Like, how the fuck are they not testing us? They're like, oh, yeah, if you feel sick, don't come to work. But there's a lot of people who have had it. They don't even know they have it. So it's just kind of ridiculous that we're still just, dude, and we have protection on, of course, but I don't know. I don't want to get into the politics of that, but.
Right.
But anyway,
you're always wearing a condom at all times.
I wear a condom at work 24/7 because you don't know. You never know when it's
go time.
When it's go time, you want to be ready. It'd be embarrassing if it was go time and you're not ready. So, but no, the Army guys that are out there doing that, that's good shit. And,
yeah.
Hopefully they stay safe, you know. But I'm glad I'm not doing that shit. I'd much rather be at fucking work at the firehouse and doing fucking Army bullshit. I'm glad they're doing it. So, hey, I know I could talk to you all night, but I know we're over an hour. There's one more thing I want to, there's one more thing I want to get to. The other thing I'll push to next time. I had this story that it was a weird situation that happened. Okay. I could push that off though. And then
what's
I want
the
to get
thing?
The white rappers. Which direction do you want to go?
Yeah, let's just push the white rappers because we've talked about it before. I definitely want to hear.
Okay.
I definitely want to hear this weird thing.
Okay. All right, we'll get into white rappers. It came up because the homie Long hit us up, told us to listen to Young Gravy. I did. I don't know if you got it.
This is a great name. I didn't get a chance to. No, I didn't get a chance to before, but just the name alone is great.
We listened to 2 episodes, or I'm sorry, 2 YouTube videos, watched the videos. Not enough to comment on. I'll get to it by the time this comes up. We'll get to it because I love talking about white rappers. So
yeah.
So anyway, shout out Jicky. So so this story happened like maybe a month and a half ago. This is before the pandemic went down.
Okay.
And I went to a barbecue restaurant, a local one, and it turns out a dude I went to high school with is the manager there.
Okay.
So I'm like, I'm by myself. It's right by a hardware store, and they have dope lunch specials. It's like $9 for like, I can't remember if it's 1 meat, 2 meat, and side. It's like the same price as if you go to McDonald's or some shit. So,
that's great.
It's good. So anyway, I'm in this barbecue joint. I'm talking to this dude from high school. We're just catching up. He used to own a bar and grill in my old neighborhood, and then it got shut down. Now it's a Vietnamese pho place. Solid, probably better, but it's not a bar. So anyway, me and him are talking, and it's bringing back these memories of high school, right? So I had 2, growing up, I had 3 best friends, and 2 out of the 3 have committed suicide.
Oh,
all right?
damn.
Yeah. So my buddy Anton, and then my buddy Mac Chin, who I've talked about on the podcast, Vladimir Nikolai-Chinsky's brother, Boris, sister Inga Chinsky. Those were the 2. The third one was my buddy named Delmar, and his folks were in the Air Force, and they moved to Jacksonville, Florida when I was probably early high school, right? Freshman, sophomore year. I went down there a couple times to see him, hung out, good dude. He came to my first wedding, and I think that's the last time I saw him in person. And he was married, and just a good dude, you know what I mean? Good dude. And we talked, and this is, fucking 16 years ago. Since then, we haven't talked. And then we haven't talked like we would text or call, hey, what's up, man? How's it going? He moved from Florida to like somewhere in Arizona.
Okay.
So I probably haven't talked to or heard from him in, I don't know, I'll say 8 years, and I'd be confident in saying that, right? 8 years, no problem. So then I'm driving from the barbecue place, hit the hardware store, going home, and I'm thinking about high school, and I'm thinking about my buddies and, the dead homies, and I'm wondering about my dude Delmar. And I'm like, man, I wonder if that dude's still alive. You know what I mean? Right.
Yeah, I'd be thinking that as well. That's crazy that it crossed your mind. It's been this long,
Yeah, it's been that long, and I'm thinking, I wonder if he's fucking alive. You know what I mean? So I'm just kind of thinking about it. I don't talk to anybody about it. I don't bring up Delmar's name to Ada, my buddy at the barbecue place. I don't talk about it to Camus. It's something while I was driving, I was thinking, I wonder if Delmar's still alive. You know what I mean? It's been a long time since I heard him. You know, Anton's dead, Mac Chin's dead. I'm still here, you know. So then that night, right? This was after you posted the Spicy's Debrief 2, and you put my picture was on Twitter, right?
Right.
That night, swear to God, he tweets at me and says, oh shit, dude, you got a podcast now? What's up, man? How you doing?
Dude, I love when the simulation connects.
So, and I said, what the fuck? Like, so I think I liked it. I hit him up, you know, private message, like, how the fuck are you doing? What's up, man? You know, and and I'm dead serious when I say, like, this is the same day. So it gives me chills kind of because, like I said, it's been 8 years, and it'd be different too if like I talked about him or talked to Camus or looked them up.
I mean,
or tried to find them.
That's already like weird enough. Like when that happens, like if you mention it and then, you know, reaches out, you know, like it's like, but it's out in the universe. But yeah, just to have that thought and then that same day, dude, insane. I love when that shit happens.
Or if I Googled them, like if I Googled them or tried to find them on Twitter, I didn't do any of that. I literally just in my head thought, I wonder if he's okay, you know, and then boom, so that's just crazy shit. I had to bring it up. I should have brought it up sooner, but that's just a fucking, like you said, that's a simulation. Whatever they fucking call it, man. The Mandela effect or whatever.
Yeah.
Just crazy, man. So shouts out to Delmar.
Yeah, that's great. Did you listen?
I didn't ask. I asked how he was doing, how the family was, and asked about me, you know.
Dude, your first question should have been like, dude, it's been so great. How'd you like the podcast?
Yeah. How do you rate it? 1 out of 10. 0 out of 10.
Yeah. Dude, that's fantastic. Well, hopefully, you get be able to catch up with him more and, you know, find out what's going on. Hopefully he's doing well and everything like that.
For sure.
So, dude, I don't think I'm trying to think of anything if I've had something like that long. I don't think that I have. That comes to mind anyway. So
it was just so weird, man. Like I'm like, what are the odds of this? You know, like that. And like I said, it'd be different if I was searching for him on Google or Twitter, because then maybe his Google or Twitter would notice that he's searching for me, and then I would pop up. I don't know.
Right.
It's just, but it wasn't like that. Like
catching in one of the algorithms.
Yeah, or listening to my microphone or whatever. I never said his name. You know what I mean? Yeah. I was thinking about I was hanging out with the dude from high school, and I was thinking about high school, and then I thought about some of the dead homies, and then I thought about Delmar, and I never said it or his name out loud. I never searched him. And then that same night, boom. You hit
Guy next on to you.
Somebody, Men in Black.
That's
crazy,
man. Well, let's jump into our shouts out and fuck yous, unless you have anything else before we close this bitch down.
Nah, dude. I have a feeling that this quarantine is going to be around for a while. So I feel like QC4 is right around the corner. There's a bunch of stuff. QC4 is already full of stuff we could talk about. So no, I'm good.
We'll definitely get to it, man. Yeah, I'm enjoying doing these, so they're good times. So
we're doing it we're taking it. We're jumping on that grenade. We're taking it for the team, and we're fucking giving the people what they need.
Do what we can. I'll go first this time, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
So as far as shouts out to all the nasties out there listening, thanks for listening, dealing with our bullshit. Shouts out to shouts out to Andy's Mints. I had one today. It's fantastic. It's as good as I remember. Shouts out Little Dicky. And then I have one fuck you, and it's the one that's been on every quarantine call, and fuck that bitch Rona. You know what I mean? We'll get past it. We'll get past it. Stay safe out there. What about you, my friend?
My brain shut off after you said Andy's Mints because that sounds fucking good. I got a long list of shouts out, which is that's my trend lately, man.
Dude, I love it, man. That's what people need. Love people reaching out. That's why I like doing these, man. We get to talk,
for sure.
People that you love them while you can, because this pandemic can go on for years.
Fucking right. So I got a shout out to Bobby, my dude in Ohio, for keeping it real as fuck. Shout out to my dude Delmar. Shout out to Melina, dropping through today. Also, shout out, his gym is still going. He's keeping it in regulation, less than 10 people, 6 foot apart, but he's still working. He's still training.
Oh, dude, that's fucking great, man.
Training fighters and young soldiers.
Man. Hustling.
Yo, and
Hustle
off
never
top,
stops.
Hustle never stops, man. That dude's a grinder, dude. He keeps grinding. He's doing good. We talked about the Anthony Smith deal. He went over there that night to help him.
Yeah.
That's such a fucking crazy event.
Yeah, he had an intruder.
Yeah, he had an intruder, and Danny got a little bit more into it. But if you're familiar with Anthony Lionheart Smith, the UFC light heavyweight contender, he's fighting coming up soon. Hopefully that's still going to happen. But our boy Danny is his striking coach, and Anthony Lionheart Smith had a home intruder recently, and it was a pretty violent altercation that happened. It's on the media if you look that up if you're interested in it. Shouts out to Young Gravy. Shouts out to JPEGs. Shouts out to Fox. And shouts out to Camus. My fuck yous are short. All right? So fuck you, String Cheese, and fuck Carol Baskin. And that's all I have.
Hell yeah. You guys remember, life's simple. Don't be a dick.